giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Do you have any kids?
I have 2,
How old are your kids?
7 and 10.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, I mean, I like nice stuff, so I was anything below 100,000, I probably wouldn't.
So if he made 90,000, you couldn't do it.
No, because after taxes, no. and I swear I'm not materialistic. How
He said after taxes, girl.
And that top 8% man can have any, for the most part, any woman that he wants.
He could simply find a woman that has not gave her womb up yet. Like, we don't even got to do with any woman he want. He
Okay.
don't have to deal with you and your 2 kids. Y'all got to understand that is a burden, a tremendous burden.
4 kids, 3 different men, correct?
Mm-hmm. I don't have baby daddy drama though.
You're on
Matter
good
of fact, they don't even exist.
They don't exist?
Mm-mm.
I'm saying, what's the character of these men? I don't even deal with none of them.
Because her baby daddies just don't exist. Why would y'all say these things? These men are so insignificant. You came on here on a national deal and said the dudes that impregnated me, they ain't even worth mentioning. They don't even exist. What is that saying about the value of you?
So you say we're underserved. You got to tell me that the therapists that already exist are overloaded. We don't go get help, ma'am. How do black women tend to deal with their mental health issues? With a licensed clinician or with Jesus?
And y'all want to lay it all on Jesus. And that's because that King James book done told y'all that, you know, Jesus and died for all your sins and lay all your worries on the Lord. I would take a little bit of truth in that. You got to stay realistic, though. Some of y'all dealing with chemical imbalances, all that. Y'all dealing with a lot of issues. And like Kev said, y'all don't be trying to go see no licensed clinician, no therapist, nobody certified in helping humans with these issues. Y'all go seek something y'all really don't, y'all not even really loyal to or dedicated or devoted to. And y'all go with y'all empty prayers and lack of devotion and accountability and think something gonna happen.
So actually, the majority of women who are married and have kids work. This is not just Black women. This is women in the United States of America, period. Over 70%.
So what's the big deal, ladies? Get out there and work. Fitty fitty. Let's do it.
Did you learn before you had the second baby by him?
Second baby was an accident. Second baby was an accident. I was on my way out. Found out I was pregnant.
Oh.
You know that baby gonna grow up and see this one day and be like, dang, Mom. Yeah, I was on my way out. He got me. They be saying that. He got me. Somebody get y'all on the way out. Just throw that last bit up in you.
She said, I was out the door, and he got me.
See, that's the thing. So I met the guy when I was 18. I'm 35 now. He's 62.
So she got 2 kids by this man. She said they met when she was 18. He was 45.
Do you guys co-parent well?
It's okay.
How do you co-parent with a 62-year-old man? That's a real question. Real talk. She said, do you co-parent well with a 2-year-old? How you dropping a 2-year-old off with a 62-year-old man? We men. Ain't no way you about to drop a 2-year-old off. I'm 62. I'm 62. Ain't no way I'm even having kids in my 60s. Let's get that clear. I'll shave, brother. Respect. But, man, you ain't Mick Jagger. You ain't got them resources.
My guy wants to get married, but he doesn't make me climax, so I don't think I can do it. It's a shame because I always wanted to be married. I'm 33 years old. My mother thinks I'm crazy to let a good man go, but I just don't want to sign up for unsatisfied sex for the rest of my life. I've had amazing sex in the past, so I know the difference. What do you think I should do?
This is the imprint. This is the woman not being able to pair bond. You have soul ties, quote unquote, with other men. And she said, Mom, she told her mama, she said, I got this great guy. He doing everything well. But I used to talk to Tyrone, and Tyrone used to do some things to me. And I can't unsee or unfeel or anything. Tyrone got a hold on me. And I like this man. But he ain't doing it like Tyrone used to do it. Y'all gotta understand. Can't just be out here throwing that thing around like that.
I'm single because I'm very smart. And my last relationship really taught me a lot. I dealt with a narcissist, didn't know that I was dealing with a narcissist.
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
A narcissist, I do believe they do not have the ability to really put on a front. A true narcissist. They come in and they just narcissistic from the get-go. They don't know how else to be their narcissist. So when they come in, it's them. Gimme. Me, my. They don't care about anyone else. So my argument is, I don't think you find out that this person is a narcissist after weeks or months or years of dating, or after you done gave him your womb once, 2, 3 times over.
Settle down with your last baby's daddy.
Because he's a narcissist and his penis is 4 inches. And when you're a narcissist and your penis is that little, I can't deal with you for so long.
Anytime you women come on here with sign language, shame, insults, need to be right, you automatically dead in the water.
People gonna see this. This man, they know who this man. I'm sure he is OG Nug in the hood. And he hanging in every bar. Now he got to walk in there and be humiliated now. Because he probably don't take care of his kid. He got what he got.
See what I'm saying?
I don't feel bad for this brother. You lay down with her, brother.
Did y'all see this post right here on Facebook? Why is Susie a single mom? Everybody else got their parents together and Susie is the single mom.
Well, I'm not sure. If 66% of B-dubs are single moms, is this truly out of pocket? I don't know. Could be wrong.
If anybody was going to be a single mom, it would have been Angelica. Because what? Like, who did this?
Incorrect. Why would she be the one that would? Think about it. Y'all say y'all don't need no man, single, independent, boss. They playing in y'all face. Wake up.
Because what he did to you was terrible. It was not right.
And my first baby daddy ain't no better. Shit, I was 17. I motherfucking run away. I didn't have shit. And he took me on my lowest. and we did it, and he got me pregnant, and he stopped being there for me. That's not my fault. You know?
Well,
Did she just say that?
Talking about I'm a runaway, and now how can you sit here and say you a runaway? But I'm not responsible for hooking up with somebody that took me at my lowest, the lowest I placed myself in. You a runaway. You mostly ran away from home and structure. And now I'm pregnant. It ain't my fault that he did this. Holy.
So I can't settle. No matter how cute you are, no matter how much money you got, I can never settle. And I know that since I am a mom with children, I have to pick a very particular type of man. So I'm going to be single until God puts somebody in my life that's meant for me and my children.
So pretty much she said she's going to be single for the rest of her life, because getting in a relationship and finding a mate, that's a human choice. Got nothing to do with God. So
you beat me to it. Stop that. Listen here. It's safe to say you should rely on God for most things in your life, other than bringing another human into your life. You need to attract that with your life, with your energy, with your life choices.
I had just like a lot of demise happen in the last couple of years. Like I actually met you, Kendra, at Fox 32 News. I was doing a show when Chicago Police Department had kicked my door in. Just this September, I was, held hostage, hijacked at gunpoint. So it's
come on, man. You all here looking for a man. You are looking for a mate. We already hit on the first fucking 10 minutes or so here. We are explaining why you losing, and you keep compounding these issues, right? We already talked about some of these battles you facing are sort of unsurmountable fucking tread this path you on. How you even gonna get the, you know what I mean? Now you talking about my door being kicked in. I just been held at hostage. What man worth a damn about to bring? What man with sense? What man with any sense? I'm talking about motherfucker that can just simply read Dr. Seuss. He's smart enough to know. I gotta avoid this one.
At the end of the day, I don't want to have to lower my standards to say I got a man. Like I want what I want, and I don't want to have to, settle for less. Because so when you settle, that's when you end up in the situation that I'm in now. I'm a nice person. I'm a mom, a good mom at that. And I'm just the full catch. I just think that
I don't want to settle. Serious question, lady. If you have children, small children, do you think a man, any man, I don't care how much money he make, I don't care if he make 40K, I don't care if he make $1 million a year, do not think that man is settling? Like wholeheartedly, like to the max. Like I don't think a man can settle anymore.
It's a good question. I don't. At what point is the male settling? Well, at what point? Because we never ever heard a conversation where a man say, I settle.
Ladies, listen and learn. Some of y'all are not going to like this, but I'm hearing a lot of y'all say, I want a real man, while you're running around with fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows, a fake booty, fake boobs, and a fake purse. But you want a real man. The problem is you're attracting what you are, fake. That's the video. That's the video. I said what I said.
Who she thinks she is? Pressure.
Today, I hear a lot of ladies talking about how they are pressure, how they are out here applying pressure. My question is, exactly what kind of pressure are you applying? Are you applying the pressure that makes a man aspire to be more? Or are you applying the kind of pressure that collapses a man's will? That's my question. Exactly what kind of pressure are we applying out here?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Live Saturday night, Cart Before the Horse Productions. What's going on, Mr. Walker?
What's going on with you, everybody? Welcome to yet another installment of Cart Before the Horse TV. What's going on, everybody?
It's a good night. Like you've seen in the thumbnail, we got a lot going on tonight. Talk about modern relationships. We got a full show lined up. Also, this is an open panel tonight, so feel free to come up and join the panel. We want to have men and women. Courtney Love, I see you in the chat. We would appreciate if you came up.
For sure. Yeah, come on up. We're going to get into it. We're going to cover a couple topics here. For sure. Come on up. Let's get into it, man.
So, yeah, this is, like you said, Cart Before the Horse TV tonight. So, right now, we are currently like simulcasting across a couple things like Facebook, the Single by Choices channel. So right now I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for the Cart Before the Horse stream, so everybody can make their way over there for the live show tonight. We'll get started here, simulcasting, but like I said, we're gonna shut it down and make your way over to Cart Before the Horse to catch the rest of the show. So how you feeling tonight, Mr. Walker?
I'm feeling good, man. I see the topics. It was only a matter of time. Here we are. You know, we got Ciara with her Super Bowl MVP husband, and it don't really seem like to me either she know what she got or she has since forgotten what she has. Let's see.
Yeah, they back in the news. Ciara Russ is back in the news. All right. And for all the wrong reasons.
I knew this was coming.
You know, outside of them being married, you know, that was, I guess, the silver lining at all this.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. We're going to cook tonight. We're gonna cook. We got a whole show lined up. So, like we said, we dropped the link in the chat. Open panel. Everybody's invited up. Bring your opinions, whether you agree or disagree. We're here for it, as always. So, come on up.
Yeah, we don't want to be in the echo chamber. Please, anybody got any opposing views? You know, anybody, Brooklyn Honcho, Courtney, I see you talking. Come on up, join the conversation.
Straight like that. Come on now. Don't be like that. Come on up, Courtney. We don't bite. You family around here. You family around here, Courtney. So come on up. You know, once we get cooking, whatever you got to do, get comfortable. Whatever, we're going to be up here for a while.
Oh, yeah.
The link is out there. We'll be dropping it all night. And straight like that. So.
But as Gavin said, we're going to get this going. We're going to get cooking here for y'all. But we're going to end up ending the simulcast. Make your way over to the original Cart Before the Horse Productions channel. And we're going to keep it going from there, ladies and gents.
So, yeah, there's the link in the chat. We'll be dropping it throughout the show. Probably end up pinning it at some point. If you're watching on Facebook, come on over to YouTube. All right. Y'all already know the drill. So we'll keep it up for a second, but come on over. Yeah, we're going to get cooking. See people in the back here. So we're going to start. I see my man Bang and Die poked his head in, poked it back out. Bang and Die, what you got going on? Playing whack-a-mole?
Hey, she probably had to go cut a yard right quick.
Okay, no, real talk. Salute.
I would love to hear what Bang and Die's got to say on all these topics. We got Russell and Ciara. We got a woman with 2 husbands. We got a man with 2 wives. We getting into it tonight, my baby. I got a lot of shit to say about this. This is wild stuff.
So without further ado, start bringing our guest up. What's going on, Mr. With It?
What up? What up? What's good?
Going on, brother?
Ain't nothing much, man. Just put them babies down, man. Glad to be back, man.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Good to have you, brother, for sure. You heard anything on these topics yet?
No, man, I have not. I tried to find the TV show, but I ain't got I got the limited Comcast, so I couldn't even peep it real quick.
I ain't got no Comcast, so I can't even laugh.
I feel it.
So yeah, we appreciate having you up here today, brother. This is Brother Seth Whitted. If you don't know, he over at Whitted Media. We're gonna drop your link in the chat here. Actually, we drop his link in the chat. Go over and subscribe to this brother YouTube channel. He dropped nothing but gems, rubies, jewels, and diamonds over there. That's all you're gonna get.
Hey, my dude, appreciate it.
So you like that?
In the chat. Take a minute, go over there and subscribe to that brother's channel. If you into some content, if you want some knowledge, if you want to remain without the knowledge, I don't know nobody who don't want the knowledge. You know
there you go. If you want to stay stagnant, don't check it out. You know what I'm saying? If you proud of remaining a hood booger, if you don't care to try to be a bougie Negro, then don't.
Like that. So we're gonna get cooking tonight, man. Like I said, we got an open panel. Brooklyn Honcho, come on up, brother. Whoever throughout the night, we're gonna start shutting these streams down. We're gonna make all our way. We gotta funnel everything to the Cart Before the Horse channel. That's the net of it. So we'll be shutting everything down here shortly, but we'll get started. We'll let everybody get a little taste of what we got going on, and we'll get the opening appetizer going, if you will, because this is a crazy subject within itself. All right. It was actually scrolling across the bottom of the screen during the thing, kind of dropped the ball on that, but it was, do women prefer government assistance versus marrying their baby's father? All right. And this question is stemming from a video that I seen on Facebook. So I want to pull this video up, we'll mine through it and see if we can sort of answer this question, if you will. So here we go.
More mothers are choosing to have the government assist them with raising their children than a man.
Yes.
And
yes.
And you feel like that if they had a choice, they wouldn't choose to be co-parenting with the father of their children. You don't think that they would prefer to have that help?
Well, you got to look at it like this. I'm talking about marriage. So they're preferring to go against marriage and just be.
I was married.
Huh? And I stand by what I'm going to say now.
Okay.
Even the women that do receive that assistance, I argue it's the absent fathers that is actually receiving the assistance. Because the government is only doing the job that they're neglecting to do. So if you sit here and you say that women are getting WIC and Title IX and this, that, and other, actually it's the fathers that's getting it, because if they was giving more than $35 a week for child support, then they wouldn't need a Section 8 voucher.
It's almost like that's a fatherless home.
Okay, shots fired. Shots fired, right? So the one brother say, yes, I do think they prefer the assistance versus marry the man, because in most cases, when you're speaking of the man you ask these women to marry, it's not the man they no longer want.
All right.
Look at how some of these women talk about their children's father. He broke, he dusty, I was young, I was dumb, right? We start going down these rabbit holes. So they would rather not marry this guy. So what, you know what I mean? Let's get into it.
So I agree with the first homie. I think that if you have to choose between the guy you no longer want to be with and losing government assistance, you're going to choose that government assistance. You got the money and you get to still play the field.
Now what I think goofy ass Ace Metaphor was saying was he was saying that it's not the women that's getting the assistance. The point he was trying to make was that the guys are getting off easy. We sit here saying that, Bonquisha and them getting assistance. Meanwhile, supposedly Nug is getting off easy. And I gotta say that's just not true. And one thing the law is gonna do, they're gonna hold men accountable. You go ahead and have that baby, you're gonna take care of them. What they gonna do? They're gonna take your license. They're gonna put your goofy Nug dusty self in jail. They're gonna garnish your wages. to infinity and beyond. So there are systems in place to keep Nug's goofy self in check. But one thing we always touch on our platform is, ladies, you are the gatekeepers. You are the gatekeepers to life. You hold that gate open or closed, whether or not children are born, come into this world. Let's not get it misunderstood. A man, he gonna beat, he gonna skeet. That's what he gonna do. If he could be dead, broke, 2 broken legs, he gonna still be trying to beat and skeet. It's up to the women to have the moral compass. Say, hey, you are not a good mate. You will not make a good father to my kids, so I shall not give you my womb. That's how it comes. That's how the madness comes to an end. But no, they don't want to marry their baby daddy because he dusty, broke, and he ain't worth a damn.
So yes, you know what I mean? Shout out to Here for No Reason, that he was just trying to get some meow at the end of the night. He don't believe a word he don't believe a word she said. So
no, I disagree with that. I disagree. There's a lot of dudes out here who have been taught to cater to women's feelings, to put women first before even yourself. And I think that he truly empathizes with women and he holds men to such a high standard that women can do no wrong.
There you go.
He doesn't even realize, women don't even realize that he's basically saying that they're not strong, that they're weak, that like he doesn't even realize his position's worse for women.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Women think he's riding for them, and he is, but it's because he thinks so little of them. He's the type of dude to I don't know, go out of his way to try to make his girl happy even when she's pissed off, like take it like it's all my fault. She never has to apologize. In my opinion, he's the worst kind of guy, and women have no idea because
there we go. Straight like that, brother. Let's be honest. The situation you just described, this brother taking it all on his chest, never holding women or his women accountable. These are the type of brothers that end up, deleting themselves, right? Because they say it's all me. You can't do no wrong. You are not men like that goofy believe that the women in his life are not responsible for anything. They have zero accountability. They got zero power. He's straight like that. Chubby 722. He's fraudulent, and he is terrible for the group. This the type of dude where he walking with his lady, somebody else can come smack his girl's butt. He ain't gonna do nothing about it. How about that?
So he say the system is replacing the man that is no longer there taking care of the child. And like you hit on, if we were marrying before we carry, then I don't think, you know what I mean? There's different. Now you bonded to this man and his resources now.
There you go.
You want to be bonded to the resources, ladies, and it's only one way to do that. So, and that's not having a kid, as we can see. Y'all keep talking about how deadbeats and all this stuff, and women fighting for money. Having a kid is not it. But when women married, she ain't out here crying. If that brother got resources and y'all was married, she ain't said nothing. It's
already Banger Dad, what's going on with you, brother?
Hey, what's good, man?
Good
How y'all
to
doing?
see you, man. Sound good, audio good. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, Banger. We cooking up tonight, just getting into this opening topic real quick. Before we move on, we're going to get into the meat here real quick. We're going to move off of this. Just getting warmed up. So I don't know if you caught the video, but, the two brothers is going back and forth. You see the question down there? Just ask you the question. Do women prefer government assistance versus marrying, their child's father? Because, a lot of times these women come up here and they talk bad about their baby father. They say they would not marry said man in most cases.
Government assistance, honestly, because every guy, statistically isn't making that much money. So when they get married and these food stamps, they combine everything, a lot of that government assistance get taken away. And I don't think any woman or anybody in the situation that's receiving assistance should decline this stuff if that man can't make enough to take care of it.
I call facts. I mean,
yeah, if the man can't afford it, that's true. But we
Then
got to
if I
stop.
can't, man,
Yeah, we got to stop. We got to stop it before it gets to that point. Once our women, decides for whatever reason to procreate with Nug Nug, there is no clear cut, course of action after that. The damage is done. You have made it with an unlikely male. You have made it with the man that don't care to be a father. It's foobar from there. So that's we're trying to stop. We're trying to stop the spread of the ignorance. How do you stop the spread? Stop spreading them legs, Bonquisha.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, man. I feel like at least it seems women hold the power to sex, like we all know that. And I think that this whole movement around women exploring their sexuality more and men accepting it more, the only thing that's changed in the equation is women. Men have always been dogs and have always roamed until we're ready to get married. And it's always been the women who will hold off and try to get us there. And so as women are having more sex, you know what I'm saying? We're dealing with this situation a lot more, you know what I mean? Where there's a lot of single women with a bunch of kids and men with multiple kids, you know what I mean? So I think that women really hold a lot of power in that. I do think we need to take accountability as well.
For sure, man. You know what? That's on that bum of a father. He got to deal with that too, for sure. Let's not get it misunderstood. There ain't one man out here that ain't taking care of their child that's gonna have an easy life. It don't work like that. You got to believe in something greater than yourself. Any ignorant Negro out here that chooses not to take care of his child, that's his own curse. He got to deal with that. And the law gonna hold him accountable as well. There is no such thing as getting off scot-free. It don't work like that.
Yes, because that would go along the lines to say, men are heartless, don't get feelings, and that's not true. Mm-hmm. Like I said, even a man that's a deadbeat, like you said, he got to sleep every night. So we don't know how these people. That's why we wonder why people are in the bars and drinking so much. That's the only way they can get to sleep.
There you go. So, and at the end of the day, man, you know what? We are trying to let ladies know that we see these Negroes y'all mate with. I was just in Walmart today, and there was a nug on Bonquisha's ass in Walmart today, begging her for tobacco products that he couldn't afford. Sick. And y'all mate with these guys. These guys be smelly. They look homeless. And y'all be so desperate and hard up for some meat that y'all go ahead and mate with these guys. And then y'all want to cry after the fact when you knew he was damn near homeless when you met him. What can he do for you? We got to stop crying wolf. Because all of these cases, it's not like they like, oh, he was good, he was that. They always say he wasn't worth a damn. He was narcissistic. He was toxic. But the little man in the boat got in the way, all horned up.
Okay, so here we go. We cooking right now. Before we move forward, definitely got to pay some bills. I see you, Big E. I see you, dog. So shout out to Big E. Big E dropped the 50 ball on us.
Big E, love you, brother.
Show sponsor for the night. Big E always supporting the channel, support any shows we doing. I want to say probably the #1 show sponsor. Him, my man PC76. I don't want to disrespect you.
I don't know.
It's a couple people. Rashida, Danny Nicole. I don't want to disrespect y'all. So
I think my man Big E the lead. I'm with Big E on this.
Okay. So yeah, definitely support this show. We're gonna be up here cooking tonight. And I see you in the comments, Chubby722. He said, of course they'll choose Nug Nug. He'll be on the couch eating all the fruit snacks from the kids, eating all the Wick cereal, milk, all the juicy juices, oozy noodles, you name it. So,
you understand something, ladies and gents, and one of these notorious Nug Nugs, going around social media today said it best. He got, multiple kids. He ain't taking care of them. He don't give a damn. He ain't worth a damn. But He said the truth. He said the only way another man is going to hold me accountable, we sit up here talking about holding each other accountable, holding men accountable. And this man said the only way another man is going to hold me accountable is with a tool in his hand. You understand? It's the only way that another man gonna hold him accountable. And that's
that brother. You talking about the brother with the 7 kids by 7 women?
Yes, yes, sir.
House of Hypocrites.
House of Hypocrites. You know, he a hypocrite. They don't care. And that's what we are seeing. Nug can only last so much, ladies and gentlemen. At some point, you have to want to believe his lies, or you just hard up for a warm body next to you. We got to start telling the truth to get to a real resolution.
So shout out to Cassidy. She says definitely government assistance when the government gives them housing. I know a woman that left her husband of 7 years, and when her housing came through, she left him. When she got her housing, probably got a voucher. Her voucher was worth more than her husband. Goodness gracious.
Come on, we gotta pick better, man. Let's say that's true. Let's say housing was worth more than what her husband can produce. Come on, man. Gotta pick better. Gotta do better, folks.
Can't just leave that, brother. Especially if y'all got kids.
There you go.
Man. And now, you know what I mean? You're going to end up on our other show, Single by Choices. You know, looking for a man. Talking about ain't no men out here, but you had a whole husband. I better quit playing.
Come on. Come on.
So, yeah, we're going to move off of that. And we're going to get into the meat of it. We're going to bring it out to the front of the congregation. That's what everybody came here for. Modern relationships. All right. A lot of wild stuff. So it's wild. But before we do, everybody, make sure you make your way over. The link's in the chat right now. Make your way over to this Carpet for the Horse channel. So if you're watching on Single by Choices, click that link. Come over. That's the link. Going to take you right to the other video because we're going to shut this link down here pretty soon. So come over to the Carpet for the Horse channel. That's where everybody make our way over there. But we're gonna pull up this video. We're gonna get this started and we're gonna shut that link down. So make your way over. We're gonna bring it out, play the video. Because I know some of y'all haven't seen it. So most of y'all have though. And it's wild. So here we go.
Just say that. What you just say that? I said, some of my girls get money. Some of my girls don't need no man.
You don't need me. You don't need.
I want you.
You just be just all right without me.
Hey, independent.
But I need you.
I need you too. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Independent woman.
Yeah.
So there we go. The video, they talking back and forth. Ciara says, I really don't need you. Like you know what I mean? You cool. I like having you around. You're a nice stepdaddy and all, but I don't need you. Russ is like, that's fine. You know, you shouldn't need no man. He said, but I need you. I need you, baby. She said, yeah.
What y'all think? What you think about that dynamic with it?
So here's the question. Here's the question. Why does Ciara feel comfortable doing this?
I don't know. Everything about their relationship is cringy to me, man. It's disturbing. Like he's that guy, that the same guy from the last joint that I was talking about that puts the woman first. Like I feel like Russell Wilson doesn't know how to be himself, nor does he know how to be a man inside of a relationship or inside of a household. I feel like on the field, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even on the field too, because he's a little off there as well. But I just feel like he's not comfortable in his own skin. And she got him at this place where everything is about respecting women and women. I guarantee she calls all the shots in the house. Like I'd love for them to have a reality show. I need to see this dynamic behind closed doors. Like it's crazy. man.
I agree with you. But I would love to see it, man. I know it's wild. What you think, Banger?
Ciara is with this stuff going on, this is going to split a lot of relationships and create a battle, man. With this independent movement. That's what this is. I ain't saying a female should be dependent, and I ain't saying a male should be that way either. We both independent when we get together in the relationship. You hold your part, I hold mine. All that I don't need somebody stuff. Yeah, when he reached the top and signed new contracts, you don't need him now because you got your part. She wrong. Making that sorry ass song, she wrong.
Right.
You supposed to stay in your place. A man is supposed to. The hell with all that's hyping these females up, man. We supposed to go to God first and then do what we do.
There you go. That's the natural.
That's what I'm submitting to. I'm not about to submit to no damn woman.
There you go. What's the natural way of things? If you believe in something greater than yourself, men, we supposed to submit to God, and our women supposed to submit to us, and it's a beautiful flow. If you ask me, in my shabby, 10 going on 11 years of marriage, happily married, it ain't about independence. That is a bad. You don't want to be independent, because if you independent from a real man, he gonna go and be independent somewhere else. It don't work like that. If you really looking for longevity, y'all really looking for happily ever after, getting married, having grandkids, you're looking for interdependence. You should need each other. You should build a bond where you don't want to be without each other. For a woman look at you and say, "I don't need you." Come on, man. She don't need you. She most likely got somebody in the wing waiting for you to act stupid.
I feel like if Ciara heard you say that a woman should be submissive to a man, she might have a heart attack. Like I feel like modern women, that word submissive to them sounds like slavery, sounds like do what I say and shut up. But like submission is the simple fact that I'm the leader, right? In my household, we both come into this with a purpose. We both come into this thing with ideas. Once you and I decide where we want to be, we agree this is the house we want, this is the lifestyle we want, the amount of kids. It is my duty as a man to make sure I guide us to where we agreed upon going. Because sometimes women, and no offense to women, due to hormones, kids, everything that happens to y'all, the decision making isn't always, I don't even know how to word it, but it's important for us as men to always make sure, no matter where you're at mentally and emotionally, that we stay on track. You know what I'm saying? And you, in any given moment when I'm like, hey, no, I need you to trust me. Well, we're doing this. That's the submission, you trusting the fact that I'm making sure we're sticking to our plan. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a woman like Ciara would probably conflict in that moment when I need you to let me protect us. And when I need you to let me guide us, she probably couldn't. You know what I'm saying? And Russell was supposed to sniff that out. Men are supposed to sniff that out in the dating realm. Like, yes, can I really lead us and protect us? If not, I got to go. Somebody else going to have to train you. You know what I'm saying? That's every man is supposed to let this girl go who ain't ready, who can't submit. So she can finally realize eventually once she submits, that guy will marry her, but not me. I got to go. I'm on to the next. You know what I mean? Because if you don't respect me, or if you can't submit to me, I can't guide us to where we both agree we wanted to go.
There you go. Perfectly said. If you can't submit to your man or accept his guidance, he can't protect you. If he say, hey, come here, and you don't come here, that's the same. If he say, hey, get down, duck, and you don't listen, and now you're going to catch something upside your head. If a man can't guide you, he can't protect you.
Y'all heard what Andrew Tate said. He said we was in the front line. These two big dudes pulled up in a Lambo. They went to the front door. My girl was pissed. I told her, shut up. The guy in front of me, his girl was like, no. He said, yo, be quiet. She said, don't tell me what to do. She turned around, they knocked her out, and then they knocked him out.
You know what I'm saying?
And Tate looked at his girl and he said, "See, that's why I told you to shut up."
Yeah.
I seen that, man.
He said, "God, men can read men," and I knew that just wasn't the fight I wanted. You know what I mean?
That's
real tough. So here we go. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong in the building. I see you down there, brother. Welcome in. Welcome in. How you feeling tonight?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
Good.
We cooking. So we just getting started here. So I'll bring you in on this. That was part of the question. I don't know if you've seen the Ciara, but I'm sure you've seen it. The Ciara Russell video. If not, I'll play it again, bro.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see
Okay,
it.
so here we go. We'll play.
I'm surprised you see it, Jones.
Here we go.
What you just say to him?
What you said? You said you don't need no man?
I said, some of my girls get money. Some of my girls don't need no man.
Hey, you don't need me. You don't need.
I want you.
You just be just all right without me.
Hey, independent.
But I need you.
I need you too. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Independent woman.
Yeah, no, I missed that.
Oh, yeah, this just happened the other day. And she making this brother look bad at every turn. Like I said, it seems like at least once a week she doing this, right? So here we are. Before I come to you real quick, anybody watch it on the Single by Choices channel? Here's the link for the Carpet for the Horse. All right, we shutting this link down here in about 5 seconds. So it's in the chat. Click the link, come over to the Carpet for the Horse channel, catch the show. We got a long show going tonight. Join the panel, open panel. So join the panel. We're gonna be up here cooking. So here we go. I'm gonna shut this down. And so my question to you, correct me if I'm wrong in the bill. I know you got a lot to say. And I seen somebody said in the chat a little bit. So let me see if I can find this. There we go. Chubby said Russell Wilson is a super simp. Courtney Love said Russell is a beta man. So my question is Russell Wilson a beta simp? Either or, a variation of both? I don't know.
Yes.
Because now I'm gonna correct me if I'm wrong here first. Because my quick question is, he a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I don't know too many brothers who can win a Super Bowl when the quarterback can be a beta simp. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta understand that words mean things. So I don't know, but what do you think?
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what I mean. Is being a simp, is that subjective? Like, do we have different terms of what a simp is?
Being a simp, according to the great Pimp C, is being sympathetic to a 304's needs, being sympathetic to a 304 and her situation and condition.
Well,
so you're sympathetic.
The behavior he just exhibited by her sitting there saying, "I'm independent, I don't need you," and he just like, "I know, I understand." You know, that would be considered being simpish behavior.
Okay. See, man, when I look at simps,
I don't know. Being the white knight, caping. I don't know.
I mean, when I look at a simp, I think a simp is somebody who was putting in a lot of energy towards somebody and really getting nothing in return, and just keep doing this over and over and over within hopes that something at some point in time will happen. But in this situation, you know what I mean? I don't know if I want to call him a simp more than I want to call him just like, I mean, maybe he feels that way. Like, yo, she really don't need me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both got paper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Now that's okay.
I don't know.
Now here's the thing. I feel you. Does Ciara need Russell financially? It's safe to say no.
Okay.
At the same time, is it in her best interest? Is it her place as his wife to look that man in his face and say, "I don't need you"? Why would she say that to her husband? What would bring this up? Say, you know what? Let me make sure this nigga know I don't need him.
Okay, so I mean, I would feel like can we say that was disrespectful to say towards him, and for him to accept it and keep it on moving will make him, I guess, simpish. You know what I mean? She's cool with disrespecting you, like Gav was saying. this is happening once a week, you know what I mean? If you once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever the case is, and you're still accepting of it and acting like it's nothing. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can call it as simp behavior, just to keep allowing, your wife to disrespect you like that. Like, damn, nigga, drop your nuts. You feel me?
Yeah, like why do she got to keep letting this man know that she's independent? Why does she got to keep letting him know that she don't need him?
It seems to me like, damn, is she on her way out the door? Is there
Bingo.
somebody else?
There you go.
Or here go my next question. So here we go. We're trying to figure out, why does she feel comfortable doing this? And here's my question. Does Russ have a secret life no one knows about? Whether he, and that can go many ways.
It can.
Whether he has, a couple mistresses on the side. Maybe he got two 25-year-old women. And Ciara knows this and she green lights it. But at the same time, she like, all right, part of me green lighting that is I do what I want. I say what I want. And you got to eat it. And he like, that's, you know what I mean? Is he living a double life somehow? And he got this as part of the abuse? I don't know.
Now we're in 2023. I just feel like I have to say it. It could possibly be somebody of the same sex. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just, like you said, it can go a lot of different ways.
Could, and given his behavior and demeanor, less than alpha demeanor, you wouldn't be surprised. My man Russell up here straddling that fence.
This is just opinions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
saying
just
that opinions
my man
for
Russ
sure.
is, you know what I'm saying, part of the community, but it's a possibility.
Russ played football. I play high school, collegiate football. Testosterone gonna come out in one way, and Russ just ain't showing that, man. No. Russ is, if you ask me, he is straight. He is 100% beta, for sure.
What if it's something behind the closed doors that he's doing, though, man?
And that's what Gavin's getting at. Gavin said maybe he letting this go because Ciara done caught Russ in in some compromising situations. Or maybe she like, Russ, go ahead and have your mistresses in different cities when y'all are playing ball. But just know, Ciara independent out here. Could go either way.
I don't see that happening. I could see him being gay. Maybe I shouldn't use that word. YouTube might shadow ban. But I don't. I just think she doesn't respect him. And I don't think like right there was a moment of conflict. That whole song should have created a conflict in the relationship. Like, we got to talk about this. But I feel like he doesn't. His simping, like you said, simping is where you're doing something over and over again for a result. I think he's hoping to get respect from her eventually. Okay. You feel what I'm saying? Because I believe that men seek respect from a relationship. That's how we get our love. Where women seek to feel special and to be loved, where, you know what I'm saying? And I think that she's not giving him that respect, and he's trying to simp his way to it. He's trying to stay away from conflict, everything modern, be sexual, like, right? Show off your body, everything. And she's never going to give him that respect until he like demands it and confronts her like a man, like Future would.
Here you go.
Wait. According to Gavin Willie, Future is what we call nug, right?
Yeah.
The software, you got nug software for sure.
So nug gets the respect.
Yes. This
resources. Yes. You see what I'm saying? It's a you don't want to be nug and a couch Negro. That's a terrible combo.
I can dig that.
There you go.
He's nug with paper.
There you go. You heard Future. Yeah, nug. I mean, Future ain't broke nug. My man Future said if she ain't got on the AP, she ain't with me. So he out there breaking bread with his.
So shout out to Walter Briscoe. He says as long as she don't cheat on Russ, he good. All right?
Yes.
As long as he don't find out, he's good.
There you go. Long as he'll find out he done swallowed that barbed wire black pill, he'll be fine and dandy.
And then if we're being so beta like y'all say, if he finds out, he might still be good. Like, this the baddest bitch I ever had. I ain't about to leave this bitch.
Possible.
Let me ask you this then, because the question was, is Russ a beta simp? And people throw, like we were saying, people throw the word around a lot, and it gets misinterpreted. But the question is, because we acting like, is a person a simp? This, that, yada, yada, as if every man's this dominant alpha man. right? And we know that ain't true.
Correct.
It can only just look at the Pride of Lions or anything. Everybody ain't walking around alphas. It's a pecking order.
That's true.
Right. So the question is, are most men simps? Are we just acting like every man's, something that we truly ain't? Are most men just simply simps and in disguise? They don't want to admit to it, if you will.
Maybe we all have simpish characteristics. Maybe
There you go. I like
but
that.
just to say as being blown out simps, no, I don't believe that.
I believe that men are simps based on their situation. So I believe that any man coming up could find himself in a simpish position, with the fact he has no resources, he has yet to, develop a trade or get an education. I think any man could possibly find himself in a kind of a simpish beta position, depending on what woman he with, for sure.
I agree with that.
But it's when the man gets his resources together and finds himself, and is comfortable being himself, then you tend to get rid of those beta and simp characteristics.
Okay.
What
you got, Banker?
I believe there's a slight issue with this simp word, because if a lot of us men have that alpha, and these women playing this game of like, hey, you need to be more soft and being able to talk and say I love you and all that type of way. Then you get called a simp for hugging you know what I mean, for being nice to a woman and opening the door. So then now he getting, how Russell treated her before, you know what I'm saying? Now you simp, now punk. Like, you can't do that, man. He took her in from being with sorry ass Future, excuse my French. But you know what I'm saying? Now he a simp because he been nice to her. Now when he turn and get it and be like, you know what, I'm about to show you who the damn boss is. She can say, oh, I don't need you. Cool. He need to say, I don't need your crusty ass either.
You see, but he can't. He can't sit there and say, I don't need you either.
Well, be disrespectful if you do. You know what I'm saying?
Ciara, in their current dynamic, Russell may be able to, kind of bruise her heart by doing something, but Ciara will go out here and she will shatter his heart. Do you understand that? The dynamic that Russell and Ciara got, if Ciara dished out that black pill, my man Russ gonna be on deletion watch, man. Trust me.
So let me say this. Pull up, shout out to Danny Nicole in the chat. She says he doesn't command an ounce of respect. He being, the simp, whoever this simp man is. So this is from a woman. And I swear I agree with what she's saying. He doesn't command an ounce of respect, and any and everyone can say what they want to him without consequence. Because we throw the word simp around too recklessly these days. I think a lot of guys nowadays got RP rage and they don't really like women. So anything somebody do nice for women, they would consider you a simp. I.e. opening the door, buying your wife some flowers, being just anything nice you would do to a woman, they would say you're a simp. I disagree. That's not simping. Like she said here, a simp, nobody respects this guy, even his woman. All right, he doesn't get an ounce of respect, and people do what they want to him because they know he ain't gonna do shit. So
there you go. Yeah, being sweet, kind, loving, saying kind words to your significant other, your fiance, long-term girlfriend or wife, that ain't simp. You supposed to be sweet to your woman. Yeah, it don't. Yeah, that, as Gavin said, that's that real red pill rage stuff. You can't open the door for your lady. You can't say sweet.
Oh, you bought your lady a car. You a simp. That's my wife, motherfucker.
Yeah. And if you got the paper to do it, then do it.
Yes. Yeah, that ain't what time it is. But yeah, them real pill ragers, they will consider anything to be simp activity. And that's them brothers that's hurt. That's whenever them sisters look and say, who hurt you? That's when they get all defensive.
There we go. Got to draw. I'm just trying to draw some lines in the sand. You see,
that go right.
You can't say everything's being simp, but like
there's
she
nothing
said,
wrong with loving women, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
But you got it. And then why do people say this about Russ? because he teeters the line of being disrespected in most people's eyes. But like I said, we ain't in their house, but just to a man's man, you'd be like, man, you know, it wouldn't fly with me, but you know what I mean? So that's where that comes in with Russ, I guess.
Because at the end of the day, look at their relationship. We have to say, what was Ciara's desired result or desired outcome with her looking in her husband's eyes and saying, I don't need you? What was her desired outcome? Was she trying to make him feel better about himself, or was she trying to just feel better about herself? When she looked at her husband and said, I don't need you, did that build him up or break him down? Plain and simple.
How long they been married?
Shoot.
All right, going on 10 years, probably almost 8, 9 years, maybe.
Yeah, about 8 years.
It's probably at its damn near run its course.
So here we go. Shout out to Walter Briscoe. He said it's based on how your lady treats you in front of people or how she acts when you're not around.
Amen.
So it's a lot of variables, you know what I mean? And i.e. that boils down to what? Respect, you know?
There you go. Yep.
So yeah, I think that's the key word. I think simp and disrespect sort of goes hand in hand. I think that's the conclusion we draw.
There you go.
Are simps worse than pick-me's?
Or simp? Well, pick-me ain't bad. A pick-me is a woman that's looking to be a wife.
Women hate pick-me's though. You see the comments under
that's
pick-me's.
That's just city girls. That's city girls and hot girls. Some don't like pick-me's because pick-me's.
It's like the same thing with simps. So it's an opposing sex thing. A man is looking for a pick-me just like most women are looking for a simp, whether they know it or not. They want that. They don't want some guy that's gonna come in there and quote unquote control and tell them how to get them in order. No, they want that guy they can push around a little bit.
And if he, well, clearly not, because Ciara and Russell pretty. I don't know who makes more money, but they are both financially well off. But you know, when if it's a man who's demanding control and all of that type of stuff, just in a regular relationship, he better have some fucking money.
There you go.
Because that bitch gonna be like, nigga, who the?
You ain't got no
talk to me however you want.
You know what it is, Jones. A woman like Ciara, now that this is all coming to a head, I won't sound so crazy. Woman like Ciara, you got to come with resources. You got to come with status. And when they close that door and roll back them sheets, you better put on like Donkey Kong. You don't have a choice. Otherwise, she going to be on social media telling everybody she don't need you. And Future going to be sending her purple pickle emojis and shit.
Facts.
Oh man, yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want this brother.
You identify my bitches with APs. She ain't got an AP. She is not mine. You cold. He cold. She belongs to the streets.
It's crazy.
So you don't want to go. I don't even know. So my last question here, we're gonna move because we're gonna tie this into the next part. But here's what I wanted to hit on. I know Mr. Walker said one time, a lot of times women know after they're like had a child by a man, that next man come in, it's a lower level of respect to her. I remember you was hitting on this one day, some type of deep psychology, if you will, to where she looking at you as less than.
Yes.
And you hit on that. So is Russ suffering from that to where Ciara can never truly respect him?
Correct. Yes. Here we go. So we got to stop, neglecting this big elephant in the room. Ciara had this baby by Nug Nug. All right. The fact that she said, "Damn, this dude playing the NFL, and he is willing. This is a Super Bowl caliber man, and he gonna come in and help take care of another man's seed." You automatically pegged. Your respect can only go so high, and then they come in with that soft stuff talking about. Russell said in the media that the good Lord told him to go save her. These are his words. These were the words that was used. Save. Go save her. I know a song say she don't want to be saved. And that's how she coming off. She ain't trying to be saved. But Russell said he wanted to save her. Russell set himself up for disaster from day one.
There you go. Ain't like that.
And then she let Ciara play Build-A-Bear with him. whenever her and Russ got together, he was wearing, goofy clothes, Hawaiian print shirts, khaki cargo jeans, and
Walmart, shopping in Walmart.
Yeah, and they made fun of him. Then Ciara came in after being around Future. She probably stole some of Future's clothes and put them right on him. Yeah, we all seen the transformation. It was just like that.
So there we go. Are most men simps? Stay with me now. Here we go. Now we about to deep dive. Now we about to get into the meat. We get into the meat, y'all. Are most men simps? Modern relationships. It's modern times. It's not traditional times anymore. It's not Big Mom, Pat. It's not the silent generation. All right? We ain't dealing with that no more. It's nothing traditional at all. Everything's unorthodox. These modern times, everything's unorthodox. So we about to get into it here. All right. Are most men simps? We're gonna take a look at this brother on the screen here. All right. That brother on the what? Do anybody who look happy?
Only her.
That's it, just her.
She look happy as a lot.
The nigga green looks like, God damn, what the fuck am I doing?
So the light-skinned brother you see with the dreads, we about to get into this. Get y'all wine. We about to get into this, ladies. Watch it. Get your wine out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all see that brother, that Poe brother in that green sweater, you know what I'm saying, over there looking like Carlton Banks with dreads. He's broken inside. Look at his face. He's broken.
So here we go. That brother here on the left you seeing, all broken down. This is him and his wife. All right. I'm gonna let them tell the story, but as you can see, we're gonna get into it. Like this is a wild-ish right here. So put your seatbelts on. Here we go.
How do we go about this?
Carl said, she said after 12 years of marriage, she walked in the house and told her husband, I'm in love with another man. And he said the first thing was, okay, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please.
So yeah, 12 years, brother. Get your stuff and go. SYSBM. Save yourself, black man.
Get your hat, your coat, and leave.
What's y'all take early on here?
Off top is, like you said, super simpish behavior from asking her what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Clearly he's not the leader, doesn't wear the pants, doesn't do any of that to ask her what are we going to do in a situation like this, nigga. This isn't a mutual decision that needs to be made. You know what I'm saying? It's one way or the other here.
So is it, here's my question. Is it worth it to be committed to one person?
That is a really good question.
Yeah, definitely. If you got the right partner, and y'all could really build together, it's definitely worth it. I mean, right here, what I'm seeing right here is she cheated after 12 years, and he
don't get no pussy.
He don't feel like he could do any better. He don't really want to lose her. And I guarantee, just from observation, this next guy feels like, yeah, I done came in and I'm the alpha dog, but she's gonna get tired of him too. 12 years with him, she probably gonna get tired of him in 4 years, and then she gonna be on to the next dude, and he gonna be in the same situation, and she's just gonna keep moving on. Like
she's getting older, Steph. Yeah, how long can she pull this off with new guys?
long as that bread right, you know. Yeah, and she must be breaking bread. This is devastating to my brain, the whole situation. But nevertheless, if I got to make sense of it, she got to be breaking bread. She got to be coming with some resources.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I just ask a question? I just want, is it so bad if he has a bitch on the side too?
No, not at all. No, that's par for the course, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, but look at him. He ain't got no woman on the side.
I agree with that too.
And bruh man from the fifth floor on the right, he came in just impressing her by, you know, blowing his breaking his back, blowing her back out.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all they get.
Come on,
Seriously.
let's mine through this. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Man, Jesus.
And that began.
So here we are. My question. Here we go. Oh, this is so bad.
So
here we go, Mr. Walker. Could you be a part of this if she had?
Listen here. You gotta look at this. All right. Now look at her. She run this show. The dude in the green, he's losing. He taking all kind of L's every day. So this woman come on home. She done worked a hard day. You know, she's sitting there rubbing green sweat over there, rubbing her feet, and he's sitting there talking to her. She's sitting there telling Green Shirt how her day went. You know, how her boss getting on her nerves, and then Brumman from the flip floor on the right with the blue blazer on. He come in from a dice game, and he said, "Come on, baby, come on, let me blow your back out right quick." And she pet Green Sweat on his side. I'll be right back. Let me go to the room right quick and get worked over. That's how they do things. So you asking me, can I be part of some shit like that? Yeah. No, as Big E said, somebody got to go, or everybody got to go. Just be a bad scene. Coroner get called, be just mess.
Okay, what you say there? Correct me if I'm wrong. You said what now?
I would be much more comfortable being the dude on the right.
Okay. So you don't walk into another man's house and start boning on his wife all wild.
He's clearly for it.
You'll be comfortable.
I would be more comfortable being the dude on the right.
Matter of fact, this brother might snap at any moment.
But I'm just saying, I could not see myself being a dude on the left who was agreeing to letting old boy come in.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, if I had to make a choice, I'm going to be the dude in the blue.
Okay. The dude in the green ain't snapping no time soon. He ain't never going to snap. He said, I
call cap, man.
He brainwashed. This woman done brainwashed him. Look how she looking at him. She just stirring the cup on him. He said, I had to learn about women's femininity, and I had to let her express herself. I had to let her express herself on another penis.
And then Courtney Love say they're not allowed to have other women.
No, they're not. Understand, these is her two men. They belong to her, both of them. And if we want to get down to the nitty gritty why this don't work, if she winds up pregnant, if she knows for sure who the baby belongs to, that makes it even worse because one of them ain't getting none.
It's our baby. See, it's
our baby.
When you in something like that, it's a mind fuck. So it's our baby. That's what the guy gonna think. She got them all hypnotized. Like shit, she's stirring the cup.
Okay, they say it's our baby. Then that baby grows up with her or his own mind and say, I want to know exactly which one of y'all is my daddy. And now you got a whole shit show. Because that child coming into this ain't exactly going to necessarily agree with this setup.
Hey, yo, I got to head out, but man, it was good being here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all having me, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cart before horse, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Easy, man.
Thanks for stopping through, brother.
Yes, sir. Mr. Whitted. Heading out. We appreciate you, brother. But yeah, like I was saying real quick, brother on the left, he in a bad way. They look how they both looking at him. Man, it's a wild going on.
It is. You ask me, she be making Green Sweater watch. That's one word we're leaving out of this.
It's cuck action going on.
There we go. We leaving that out. We left that out way too long.
He a cuck for sure. but there is no way around it that this brother is a whole cuck. That's already shown.
There you go. This is all good and well. I don't care what nobody do. I believe they should keep kids out of it. But just call this for what it is. This is straight up cuckhole action. And if they either both cucks, but that one in that green sweater, certified USDA grade A cuck. For sure.
It's sick. So here we go. Yeah, Banger, I know you said your volume was acting up. I don't know if you've been catching this, Banger. This is some wild-ish. All right, we're going to let them keep mining through this because I want to hear more. I'm interested. And Courtney Love, I see you in the chat. She said she wanted a situation like She said, wow. She said, I need me a Carl. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. You wouldn't know what to do with this. Quit capping. I guess this may be every woman's fancy. Let me stop. This is
where you go. Listen here. A brutish one. I ain't calling nobody brutish, but this is what it is. In a perfect makeup, a brutish woman needs a soft man, a soft beta man. A brutish woman can't be with a brutish man. They gonna fight till it's over. Can't happen.
There we go. Let's see what else going on here. Oh, she got these brothers doing house chores. Come on now, Mr. Walker. If you devoted and you truly love your wife, all right, y'all been together for a while, all right? And she like, look, I still love you, but I met another guy. I mean, could it be enough love for two men? I don't know.
Ask her that question. When you next time you see my wife, you ask her that. How about that? Come on.
Is there enough love? I don't
know. No. Listen here.
That's basically what he said. She said, we got the dance. This was a whole married woman. He said, I got the dancer up on her. I said, I'm about to pursue this.
Come on, man. She out and about. She out at gatherings and parties, and she just found herself dancing with another dude. Come on, man. This is disrespect to the umpteenth power. Come on.
Got these niggas hanging pictures. The one about like, go get the level. I got the drill. I mean, this is bad. This is bad.
Yes.
She was saying, like, look over there, that way, to the left. She getting a kick out of this.
She got bread. This ain't no broke woman, twisting this sick web. She got bread, my baby.
Oh man. Okay. I heard this was wild. This was recommended to us from one of our subscribers. They said, y'all need to check this out. And I said, okay, look at it. And it was just as crazy as I thought. All right. And this is on cable TV. This is what the modern women, they're watching this mess. And like, okay. So what do you think, Jones? Your lady walk in the house, you say, look, could you share? Like you said, well, if you got a woman on the side, could you just go along with it?
Nah. And this is my wife?
Yeah.
Fuck, nah.
And he come to stay in the crib. Y'all got to share closet space. Move your shit over.
Come on, man.
Huh?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, even just to bring it to my attention, that's something that you want to do. I feel again is
she didn't bring that. He as she was explaining, he was moving in his PS3.
But that's what I'm saying. When he was saying at the beginning, what we gonna do? Like it's cut off from that. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this isn't gonna be like. That's why I said I could probably be more comfortable being the other dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not my wife. I can leave this situation whenever I get ready.
You go.
Without having to pay nobody or go through divorce or no type of shit like that. So it's like, but even being that dude, do I want to be living in this man's house? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
As far as the ego and pride goes, if we're gonna grade the disrespect on these two cucks, the husband, the original cuck, he is taking the biggest L. And there is no bigger L.
Right.
The one that came, and you're right, Jones, the one that came in afterwards, when he's sitting there talking to his ancient friends, he could at least say, yeah, I moved in and I'm doing this. But the dude in the green, he like, man, my old lady just bought another dude home. And I got it, and she make me do things.
So what if the dude on the left, ideally, he like, I moved in, but I still got my apartment on the side. She pays my rent. She gives me allowances, maybe $1,000 a week or something. What if he just making out? And he like, I don't necessarily live here. I come around.
I'm not mad at that.
And I can leave at any time and without having to go to court with this woman.
I'm not 100% mad at that.
Real talk. So here we go. This brother here, light-skinned brothers taking the L, and also brothers with the locks is taking the L. So Banger, come into the room, Banger. This brother been married to this woman for 12 years. His wife came home one day since she feeling another guy, and she think they can all make it work. How can you find yourself in something like this? Would it work?
It's not going to work because I'm selfish, man. Like, that's not, No, dog.
As hell.
I'm about to knock somebody out, man. Like, and it's gonna be the man for sure. I'm putting healing hands on this brother. You ain't about to be up in my goddamn.
He's not the one that initiated this.
It don't matter. I don't.
No, wait, banger, that's true. Banger, that's true. Oh, I gotta side with Joe's, banger. He didn't initiate this. That woman let him step up on her like that. Your woman came to you, banger, and said,
"Don't matter." Banger said, "Don't matter."
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Banger does not play by these. Look, I have a right to not follow the standard rule. I do it the hell I want. I'm whooping ass.
Banger, what you gonna be doing? Every time she do this, you just knocking niggas out? At what point in time
Because you
put hands around her neck?
No, remember that. When I signed all them papers and you my wife, oh, you can't do that with my woman. I'm gonna knock my wife. I'm knocking your ass out. If she brought you here, you damn fool.
So now let's say, banger, she's doing this behind your back and you catch her. You knocking him out still?
Oh yeah, because she my wife.
Now here's here's the thing, banger. This is one thing I love to point out. We all can't beat everybody's ass. Now come on, let's get worst case scenario, banger. We men here, my baby. You said dude come in and you say I'm gonna knock this dude out, but you end up find yourself waking up from getting knocked out, and he got your wife bent over the couch and he going overtime. Now where we at? And he got a gun.
Man, this is not cool.
What? We gotta stop making it seem like these situations be so clear cut and dry. What if they just worst case scenario? What if you can't beat everybody up.
Well, you right. I can't beat everybody up, but I tell you what, I am down for the scuffle. I'll bite a man.
Respect.
This is what it is. You ain't about to come up in my house like that.
Without a fight.
You knock him out and continue to be with your wife. You guys continue to try to make it work.
I'm riding with my wife because that's my wife.
Jesus.
She ain't riding with you. She bring another.
That's the black pill, banger.
We gotta correct that, brother. That can
black
be
pill, banger. As long as you know.
She
Listen, so you said you couldn't be sitting here in harmony with this man, hanging pictures, y'all just sitting around drinking beers. Relaxing.
For better or for worse.
12 years. People get tired of each other after a while. 12 years is a long time.
Maybe you're supposed to go in the other room is what they used to say.
Mm-hmm.
You married, man. I've been there.
Say what?
You gotta go hard for the wifey.
Listen here. You ain't supposed to be fighting these fights. You ain't supposed to be like, yeah, to knock a nigga out because my wife bought a dude. Came to me talking about she loved this dude. Like, come on, man.
Protecting her, things like that. Yes,
you can do that. You can do whatever you want. That's a fact. Just know what your outcome is gonna be. It ain't gonna end well in the long run. In the short run, you might knock him out, drag him out the house, go home, reestablish your household. Maybe you might. But
you can't trust the bitch.
You ain't reestablishing nothing. You gonna get home. You gonna get home. You gonna get to a nice. She gonna bring you a nice tall glass of water so you can swallow that black pill.
Oh, there you go. I understand, man. I guess I have to negotiate with this man.
How about
I'll play the other side then. Cool. We gonna have this woman being ultra woman. It's gonna be two nugs in the house.
Nigga, there's not gonna be no more husband, bro. Like,
nah, you gotta be simp quality. You gotta be super simp out here. Just take it.
That's what
she got two husbands, man. I'll do it. Why not?
That led up to this moment. So let's finish mine too. Let me see what else we got here. Let's get to the end of this.
Holy hell.
Okay. I'm with him. Stay with me. He said it's a relief. This brother coming in, you done worked the double. You come home, the grass already cut. You come home, the oil changed. He doing stuff around the house. All right. You tired. Maybe you don't want to blow your lady's back out tonight. He already blew her back out. All right. So I don't know, huh?
Listen here. I ain't got no problem on the grass, fixing the car, mowing the lawn, watering the garden. I do everything. Ain't no other meat coming up through him. That's a fact. I take care of all that. I fix it all.
Yin and yang. You gotta take the good, the bad.
You gotta take the
Sharing
good.
is caring, Willie.
I'm not no. That's just a big no. I don't negotiate with a damn thing. I'm not very negotiating at all. Ain't no negotiate. You talking about negotiate? Y'all tripping?
But
Y'all
no, that's
tripping.
what he's saying though. That's basically what he's saying. He like, look, that's the benefits. Is you don't have to work as hard as a husband when you got a partner. We brother husbands. All right.
Tag team, baby.
In my world, there's things worse than death. This is one of them.
Nah, this only works for me with two women. That's the only way this shit gonna work.
There you go.
And then some people don't even like that. You know what I mean? But if we're gonna do this, goddamn it.
Way. It's logical that way. When someone winds up pregnant, you know who the Paul is. The confusion is a lot less. Like I said, when she winds up pregnant, if whatever, you gotta guess. You can't just say it's all of ours. What the heck? It's all our kid. This ain't Friday. Both our bike. No.
I'm gonna say this to Mr. Jones. Why can't you do this in reverse, man? You said you can only do it with the women. Why can't you do this?
I mean, I think it's obvious.
Because the women do it. The women do it for us, though.
We're not the same, bro.
And get the benefit of it is what I'm saying. I understand some of the physical.
I'm cool. I'm all right. Like I said, I don't mind cutting my grass. You know what I'm saying? And there's never a time where if my bitch want to fuck, then I'm gonna say I'm too tired. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be that's not gonna be an issue either. So nah.
Yeah,
it
straight like
just
that.
don't even feel right, dog. Like, come on, man.
Well, she said it prevents cheating. So boom. Instead of her having to go outside, it's all in-house, if you will.
So this is a terrorist. She said, listen here, husband. Either you let me bring another man to this, I'm gonna cheat on you. So if you want to have some kind of peace when I leave this house, let my secondary penis, let him be here. Otherwise, it's gonna be multiple random penises out there. So that's negotiating with a terrorist. She got terroristic, threats going on.
Okay, is this most women's inner thoughts? Listen,
there you go.
Do most women really think and believe this deep down inside, and they just ain't bold enough, or they just can't pull it off? If they could, they would, if you will.
Ladies in the chat, if you just be real, if you like, you know what? It would be so nice if somehow I could land two men that I liked, beta, alpha, sigma, whatever, cuck. Two men that I liked and desired. That'd be so nice. Put a 1 in the chat if you want more than one man, more than one husband.
Well, Courtney Love already professed. She said she's looking for this.
Courtney Love double back. She said, "No, she just jiving."
Oh, okay.
Now, on the flip side of it, I think most guys, because I believe that I would, if I could pick the two shorties that I really want, and they be cool with what it is that I'm doing, I'm going to do it.
Okay, so you saying the opposite? So
I'm going to do it. If I found two women that I really like and they were okay with me dealing with both of them, everybody know everything about what's going on, I'm going to do it.
Well, okay, that works. Let's give real life situations. If you walk into a house, Jones, and you got a female friend, you say, "Hey, I'm coming over, we're gonna chill, whatever. It's Friday, we playing spades." You go over, and she said, "Hey, I want you to meet my two husbands, Frank and Hank." How you come on? You gonna laugh just like that, Jones? Jones, it will be impossible for you not to disrespect the men in their face by laughing and look at them. Wow, am I right?
Yeah.
Now, if you walk into your boys and say, "Hey, I'm coming over to play spades," you walk in and say, "Hey, these my two wives," you gonna be like, "Okay," you gonna give them his ups. But I see it works. their structure. It makes some form of sense. When someone gets pregnant, you know who the paw is. I can't stress that enough.
But the whole thing comes down to where, and I think you guys touched on it before, like we're just different. Where men and women are built differently, and you know, you hear a lot of women talking about men want to be women these days. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this is usually something that men do, and it's like, well, if men can do it, why can't we? And it's like, yo, why do you want to be like us so goddamn bad? You know what I'm saying? Always talking about how we want to be like them. No, y'all really want to be like us for real. And we'll see where that goes.
That's true. We've been saying that. Today's modern woman wants to be like a man. Today's modern woman aims and strives to be the toxic man that they hate so much. And here we are. Women say, oh, why can't men be monogamous? But today's modern woman ain't. She want everything. She want 3. This woman right here want 3 husbands. She got 2. And she's searching for a 3rd.
I'm sorry, the proudest generational whores that have ever existed.
Straight like that. All common women. And that's fine. Not all of them. I'm sorry. Not it's the majority. The mass majority. Mass majority. Yeah, I ain't that far off base.
So there we go. We're gonna bring it full circle now. And shout out to Sweet Life. Said my second man would have to live on the moon because the man I have, I'm not having. He's crazy. So as most women's men, ain't too many men have. This is an anomaly. All right.
Yes.
So, but at the flip side, like correct me if I'm wrong, said a man with 2 women. This is natural, y'all say. Huh? Most people say this is the natural way. Most men say, I want 2 women. Most men say, I can do this. I can handle this, right? I don't know. We about to deep dive. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get some pushback here tonight. Maybe play devil's advocate.
For sure.
All right. So let's get into it here. We seen what it looks like with 2 men and a woman. Now let's see what 2 women, 1 man look like.
I was in the military out in California.
Yep. He was haggling me for my phone number constantly.
Well, she finally gave me the time of day to take her on a date. And
after that, it was like hook, line, and sinker, right?
Yeah. We practice polygamy, specifically polygyny. Polygamy is the umbrella term for a multi-person relationship. And in polygyny, it's geared more towards the male having separate wives. And that's what we're striving to do. I'm going to interior decorate and y'all work. Okay. My polygamy doesn't necessarily correlate to any religious beliefs. It was something that I did come across in some research on how tribes and kingdoms were built, where a king had multiple queens, and each wife played an intricate part in that king's life and in building and growing the kingdom.
So there we go. This brother, he's speaking on more traditional times. He started talking about kings and queens. Like when most people start referring to like poly and this type of lifestyle, the first thing they do is draw back to kings and queens because that's the only time in history it has ever worked. You know, for long term, like I said, that king, he can have many wives, and this was well before Instagram, right? So,
well, here we go. So, Courtney Love, she said this didn't last long. Now, to me, no, I really don't think it makes sense. 2 women. That's crazy as hell. Because here you go, you a husband, you got to lead, provide for, you got to be a counselor, you got to be all of the above. Now you got to do this double time. If you a real husband, really involved, in tune with what's going on, you leading this ship, you living with a purpose, you got to take both of these women and you got to mold them and build them up. It's a whole deal. I don't think I don't know nothing about it. And as Courtney said, it failed.
So here we go, Jones. Get you in here. Double standards, man. They're real. Sometimes in life we just got to deal with it, right? So what's your take?
Some I agree with. You know, there's double standards that are good double standards. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, it's like Willie, he was saying, I don't, 2 women and you have to do X, Y, and Z. There are women out there that I feel like that I've dealt with in my life, and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really fuck with her, and I really fuck with her too. And it's not like I want to take that and make one person. It's like, nah, I like them not equally, but I like them separately. You know what I'm saying? And no, I've never been married. I've never been trying to have 2 wives, but I will say it does get difficult in trying to live a certain kind of lifestyle like that, especially if you're not financially, able to do certain things. You know what I mean? But if you're financially ready, I always point things back to money, and maybe I shouldn't.
No,
but,
I think you're right. You're on to something, Jones.
When you have the money to do certain things, it does make life a little bit more easy. So having multiple women when you have money, I feel like it's easier to do it. If they say, cheating or whatever for the case, man, is usually a rich man sport, or having multiple women. That's a rich man sport. Even though a lot of broke motherfuckers, play it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I go. But yeah, I don't. If this is something that you cool with, I have no problem with what they're doing. Everybody seems to be a team and working together. They don't seem to be going at each other's throats and wanting to fight and all of that type of shit. So if it works, it works.
Okay.
It's a good double standard to have. And like I said, with double standards, like I said, like for women, when they're in younger days, they can say, you know what? Yes, I experimented with women when I was in college. I didn't, ate a few. Now let a dude come up to you and say, back in college, I done sucked a couple dicks. I just experimented with it. You can be like, hold up, bro. Like, there's no coming back from that. And I feel like those are good double standards to have. But that's just my example of it.
Yeah, there we go. So let's see, because we just getting into it, and you said it looks all good. It does. Let's see.
And it interested me. Put it over there on the other side of the couch.
Just drop it and see it. I gotta see it.
I introduced polygamy to Vanessa about 3 years ago, 6.5 years into our marriage. And the response that I received from her was a flat, pure, unadulterated no.
I don't know. I was so used to it being in the middle of the couch.
I don't know. A tag team, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I think it's girls against boys today. I thought it was more for you than it was for me.
Right.
That was the biggest stigma that I had to get over. All right, white one. I knew absolutely nothing about polygamy. It took me a lot of learning, background, history, everything to actually understand the benefits of it. I realized I would have somebody who has my back with not only my children, with my husband, with my house, with everything. Okay, so we agreed to give it a try.
So here we go. And most people will say, oh, she's brainwashed, he's taking advantage. But as we see with this couple here, everybody look happy, they smiling. We look at these. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? But in this, everybody, you didn't see one person laugh or smile that whole other clip with them two men. Wasn't nothing funny. It was tense. All
there
right?
You go.
And they having a quote unquote good time here, it appears.
Those two dudes with that one woman, they have crossed a terrible dark threshold they can't cross back over. It's over for them. These two women with the one guy, if they choose to go their separate ways, things can work out. But them two dudes, they forever cucks, as Jones said. Once you've done something, it's done.
There's no coming back from it.
Ain't no coming back. But hey, bro, you shared your wife with another dude. I don't know who y'all used to being around, but a Negro like me, I'm on your ass all day, every day about something like that. You never live it down. You can't be my friend.
And the only way I could see that flying is if he got him a shorty or two on the side. Also, I can't just see him being straight loyal to this woman who was bringing another nigga to the crib. I just don't see that.
Wow. So here we are. The wife appears to have, it's like the Stepford wife. That looks like a synthetic smile.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I mean? She said, oh, in the beginning, I thought it was just for you. And people say, oh, he had to convince her, like, no, this for all, this for the whole. And she said what the last guy said. And the last guy said, it takes the load off. It makes it easier for everybody. She said the same exact thing. No pushback. Nobody gave pushback, huh?
Hey, just know what you're getting into. This stuff gonna carry on. It ain't gonna stop. It may the whole polygamy or however he worded it. It may continue to grow. That's fine. Just make it make sense. When you go into these things, and you're gonna have, especially if you're gonna have kids, move in a way that ain't gonna cause these kids trauma and embarrassment. Two men, two women with one dude, it can work. But like y'all said, he talking about he a king and ish like that. If you're gonna move like this, brother, be a king. They shouldn't be, if you ask me, they shouldn't be lifting no rugs and couches. They need to be sitting up somewhere pretty, eating grapes, chilling. And you either had the bread and resources to get this done, or your big strong back John Coffey ass do it yourself.
Wait. He never said those were his queens. I don't believe hearing. I don't think I heard that. He just said he's the king and these are his two women, which could be used as slaves.
Can there be a kingdom without a queen? That's a good question.
Sir, I want to say no. Shit, those two women, they may be his slaves, and them two dudes is that one woman's slave. It's all slaves. We have witnessed 4 slaves and 2 dictators.
Woo! About 12 years of slavery around here. So this ain't over yet. Let's deep dive, like said. Let's see what we got.
Making me hop, skip, and jump now. Skitty
Don't make me laugh because I'm gonna drop it.
All right.
3.5 months later, Kayla came along.
I met Kayla at a lounge. I was providing security for a friend, and she ran the money box, we called it.
Mm-hmm.
The first night that I met her, she didn't know that I knew the owner, which was my friend, which was her friend as well. I was like, hey, he said I could get in for free. And she goes, get in for free? Ain't nobody getting in for free tonight. But she went in on me. I'm like, hey,
I was just doing my job, man.
Y'all take the couch over, I'll get the carpet.
Okay. There you go. Now.
This dude an animal. Man, I don't know what planet they found. It's a rare breed. Like shit. I don't know.
There you go.
Women. I mean, this man got women lifting couches. Come on now. We know how lazy the modern woman can be. This brother got women moving couches now.
I see the comment, who wants this for their, I don't think anybody wants this for their daughter. But if they're grown and that's the choice they want to make, what the fuck I'm gonna do?
Yeah, definitely don't want this for your kids. That's a good way of looking at it.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely don't want that. Ain't gonna have it. Yeah, there you go. Bad Wish Banger was here. If I'm gonna go in, you know what I'm saying, jumping on somebody, that's the point right there. If I find out my poor daughter, like, yeah, I like this dude, and I see this to set up, and I come in and see my baby in there lifting couches and this big Negro acting like this, it don't sit well with my spirit, and I got to sink to my lower self. And
what did I do wrong?
There you go. Yeah, where did I go wrong? Didn't I show you how this supposed to go? Not like this.
Yeah, this is wild. So they seem to be living in harmony. This is early on. Let's let it keep playing. Let's see.
That looks right.
Oh, good.
Ha-ha.
I'm in a plural relationship with 2 beautiful queens, my wife, Vanessa, and our sister wife, Kayla.
She a sister wife.
Queens, Jones. There goes Queen.
Queen. He did. He just hit on it.
All right. I stand corrected.
Yeah, so there you go. He said, and they are sister wives. I like that. Okay. Like the term, like the terminology. They throwing these 7-cylinder words around right now. Sister wife. She don't be looking happy all the time. So we're gonna dive into this. The wife puts on a fake smile, but sometimes she be wearing her emotions on her sleeve, as you can see.
Come on. When you there first, you gonna feel slighted when the next person move in. We talked about that with the 2 dudes. You would rather be the second person coming in because it's acknowledged that you ain't enough. The first person that has been acknowledged ain't enough.
Okay. So let's see.
Kayla. And today is move-in day with our new house.
Hey, do you know where the first aid kit is? I cut myself on the couch.
Baby.
I know we got Band-Aids in it wherever it is.
Do you think it's in the kitchen stuff? When Gerard and Vanessa are at work, my main focus is the household. It's important to me to do this for Vanessa because to me, this is my role as her sister wife. But right now, there's tension and stuff going on in between us.
I will wind this back. This woman has 4 kids. I don't know how many are his.
Okay.
Right? I wonder, maybe they all his. But yeah, she got 4 kids.
The new wife.
Yeah, not this girl. Her only 25 years old, but the wife and the husband, they got they got a family together.
Okay.
Cool. So let me see if I can catch the timestamp again. But yeah, they all ride around in the car together, and they're a big happy family.
And
So it's her in the back seat, and at least 4 kids in the car right now.
So the mom sit in the front, and the second wife sit in the back with the kids of the first wife. Man, this is deep.
Seems like a built-in nanny that I sleep
Yeah,
with.
some benefits. It got me. There we go. More benefits, I guess.
Like an au pair he's sleeping with.
Wow. This is wild. Yeah, now that they got kids, this just took a turn.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this make sense. I'm just imagining these 3 fools. Well, we got about at least 3-4 kids in the mix. Holy guacamole.
So here we go. Let's see what we got.
Right now, there's tension and stuff going on in between us.
I think it goes up here.
Yo. Come holler at me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really stopped you. Like, what you feel about this whole K thing?
I'm still walking on eggshells, just to be honest, you know.
About a month ago, there was a disagreement between Vanessa and Kay.
I came home after a long day of work, and I had realized that the microwave wasn't cleaned. I know my big kids can let soup pop in there or Pop-Tarts or something. So I just mentioned that, hey, can we just keep a better lookout for those things? But obviously the conversation didn't go as I intended.
There you go, Jones. You hit on it, brother. You said this woman is like a nanny. She cleaned up. She came home and said, "Why ain't the microwave clean? You young." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You in here laying in the bed with my husband all day. The microwave ain't clean.
There you go. I'm so happy she said it like that. This dispute. They at each other's neck over a dirty microwave. And I'm happy she painted that picture. She said she came home from a hard day's work, and she tired. She been worked hard. She come home, anything gonna set her off. This little younger, prettier thing sitting in the bed, laid up, probably giggling and ish on Instagram, doing TikToks. And she came around. She said, "Why the heck this damn microwave dirty?" Ain't no way.
Anything.
I'm curious what the new wife, what her relationship is like with her parents, or specifically her dad. You know what I mean? To get into a situation like not to say that, it couldn't happen, coming from a 2-parent household or having a good relationship with her father, but probably more times than not, it doesn't work that way. But I'm curious about that.
Here you go. So let's see. This video ain't over. It's a lot going on.
And that's when she packed up all her belongings and just drove away. Well, her being here is kind of like positive. I'm just, hopefully we can move forward in a positive way,
I don't think that Vanessa questioning her about a microwave is what actually set Kay off. I feel like there was already some tension in the house, and whatever the next thing was going to be what set Kay off. Here's the thing. She's helping us move in, but she's not moving in with us.
Right.
She's not living with us.
No.
It's somewhat complicated because it's not a breakup. We are still in a relationship. She's just staying with a friend right now.
We are working towards me moving back in eventually, permanently. But for now, we're gonna take the baby steps.
We definitely have to have a conversation.
Is this conversation right now to make it seem as though Kay is the reason why we are in the state that we're in? Because I'm not the only reason. And we're not gonna sit here and try to make it seem like, oh yeah, let's play the blame game and point all the fingers at Kay, because that's what y'all do to me.
Okay, so you're saying that now I've done things to you that
Gerard,
caused
you
you
don't
to
even
act.
sit on that couch and act like you a saint when you're not. You're not.
Help me understand. I put you
Gerard, you want me to get on my knees and kiss your feet? That what you want?
Do you want to be it?
Gerard, I want to be here.
I think we are in a moment right now where we just need cool heads. Gerard and Kayla have such strong personalities.
So there we go. What she say, John? She said, it's starting to turn, brother. It's starting to turn.
Yeah. And the new wife doesn't really look too comfortable that she wants to do this for real. You know, you're kind of looking at her, you know, her body, you know, her posture and all of that stuff, standing on the one leg, talking to him like, yeah, it's a positive, but it just don't seem like she's really into it for real.
Hey, are we still streaming? We still good?
I just seen he sent me that text. Will we get shut down?
Yeah, I think we got shut down.
Damn.
I'm on my phone here. It says stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations.
Woohoo! TLC on our ass.
Yeah.
Right, we go in the stream.
All right.